my god, like we done moved up, bitch.
I don't dance now, I make money move. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now, speak.
Alright, hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is T if you're new here. If not, hey, welcome back. I'm here today because I just wanted to do a quick like about me intro video. You know, let you get to know me. Cause I feel like all I've been posting is like a whole bunch of dental hygiene videos, and I haven't really been getting like deep into like who I am, introducing myself on this channel. So if you want to know more about that, then you know, get to know me, then you know, keep watching. Okay, so this channel I started in like 2010, but I had like a whole bunch of like twerking videos on here. Yeah, if my mom ever see this, yeah, I was twerking on YouTube. And I was just like, let me take that down. You know, let me get like, you know, I was evolving with the times. And eventually I decided that I really wanted to start vlogging and stuff like that. But with my job, it's like I can't. I'm at work 8 hours of the day. So I'm like, you know what? It's cool. I'm just not going to bring my camera with me. But now I'm going to start bringing my camera. I want this channel to be more like, you know, just me authentically. You know, lifestyle, different things that I like to do, like spiritual stuff and like crystals and tarot reading type stuff. Like I like stuff like that. I'm definitely like a fake bougie, you know, type of girl. Not fake things necessarily, but just like I'm bougie, but I'm still a little hood. And I just like to like be cute and, you know, wear my hair nice, and I'm all about my money, you know, my money, and taking care of the way I look, and just like I'm always thinking about the future. So my real name is Tiaya. I'm from Queens, New York. I was the only child for 11 years, so I do have a sister. She's my little baby, and she's 18 now. But I'm from Queens, New York. My family's from the West Indies, so my mom's family's from Barbados, and my dad's family's from Ghana. My dad actually still moved back to Ghana, but I was born in New York, so I'm a New Yorker. I'm a New Yorker till the day I die, period. And I decided to move to Florida. How old was I? I think I was like 26 when I finally decided to move out. And I went away to college in 2014. And I had done college in Brooklyn at the time, and then I like took a year off, and then I went and finished hygiene school in 2016. And when I was able to finally like save money and everything, I was like, I'm out. But I was like really trying to force like living in New York, and it just was not working for me. Like the type of space that I want in my apartment, like I have visions of me living in like a high-rise apartment or like a really big house. So like, you know, like I see it in my head, and I just didn't see that happening in New York. Like I want sun, you know. And my best friend and I always said that we wanted to move to Miami, so I was like, you know what, like let me like really work on this. So I was afraid. I was talking to people at work about it, of course, because that's the only people you really have around that really like you around the most. And they were just like, oh, you can't move to Florida, you can't transfer your license there, whatever. So that discouraged me. But I ended up moving. I ended up saving my money. I took my taxes. I was working 7 days a week. I was working hygiene. And then I was bartending. I was doing everything you could think of. I was selling my clothes. I was doing crazy stuff to try to save money, because I was like, all right, I only need like $1,000 to put a deposit on an apartment, or $500 to put a deposit on an apartment in Florida, about around where I was looking, because I was looking in like downtown Miami, but I wasn't really computing how the rent was gonna go. So I was like, damn, let me try Orlando, because Orlando has plenty of places where you can go like to theme parks and stuff like that. Like if my family came to visit, like it's not deserted, you know. I wanted to still be in a city. So anyway, long story short, finally got my license. The license for Florida finally came in like 2 weeks. And if you're a hygienist or you're a hygiene student or an assistant, definitely check out my licensing video. But anyway, so I did that, got my license, started looking for jobs. Within 3 weeks, I got a job, and they were like, okay, can you start today? Da 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 da. And I was like, girl, I'm still in New York. Like, I need to move. So I was like, okay, that was August 2019. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it my plan to move by January 2020. Like, I'm gonna make it at the top of the year. I'm gonna move. So I started looking for places, and then I just took like a weekend and I rented a car. I got a Airbnb for cheap, and I just saved little money, and I went around downtown Orlando and I looked for apartments. I tried out restaurants. Um, I was just hanging out, and I was by myself. I went solo. I did not tell not one person. I didn't tell my best friend. I didn't tell my mom and my sister who I lived with at the time. Like, anything could have happened to me and nobody would have known where I was. But thank God, I be doing crazy stuff. So I did that, and then I did a lot of research. I went on YouTube and I was like, how to move out for the first time, how to move out of state for the first time. And then also, if I can find it, there's a video by Glamazante, who she moved from Maryland to California, and I'm subscribed to her. I love her, on here on YouTube. And she moved from Maryland to California, and all she did was pack her car up, and then she flew to California, and then the car was shipped there. Because I was like, I'm not trying to drive 24 hours. So I ended up getting the information from her video. If I can find it, and if it's still up, I'll tag it here. But if not, down below. If not, I'll just like put the website that you can ship your car. So like, I just like was doing little sneaky stuff, like found my apartment, I put my deposit down, I set my moving date, I signed my offer letter, like I set everything up or whatever. I transferred my license. But I was like, when I get here, I'm gonna transfer my state license over here, my like driver's license over here. And literally, I went to a furniture store that weekend, and I bought furniture, and I asked for it to be shipped that date when I was moving. And the only thing I packed in my car was like my clothes, my shoes. I had went to Target and bought sheets and like little stuff, just so like I'm not bare in the apartment with nothing. And literally, like within like that month, that last month of December, I was so depressed because I was like, I just cannot wait to move, like everything. And I was keeping it a secret, so I was like, I cannot wait to move. And then literally like January, I think I moved January 22nd, 2020, and I moved. And then I like, when I told everybody, they was crying. They was like, they had attitude. Like, some of my friends were just like, how you just gonna pick up and move like that? Like, you didn't even give us enough time to stay by. Like, because I was literally like telling everybody like 2 weeks before I was leaving. Like, it was crazy. Now that I look back on it, I was kind of selfish for doing that, but it was like I needed to do it because I was so depressed in New York. Like, the lifestyle that I wanted to live, I could not live. I was working long hours. I was tired. I was working from like 9 to 7 every single day. I was working every Saturday. The office I worked at literally did not give me enough time to like have work and life balance. Like, I didn't have work and life balance. I was making a lot of money. I was making good money, but I was not having the time to like really chill and like do fun things like YouTube and stuff that I wanted to do. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm out of here. Like, I could always come visit. Like, I'm out. Like, I need to change. I need to grow. And literally, the person that I am now is so different. Like, I'm still me, but I can see how much more I matured and how much like I feel like I can handle anything. So fast forward, packed the car up, got there. I rented a 1-bedroom apartment, one bed, one bath with a balcony. I was like, oh my God, like, we don't move out, bitch. Like, I was so excited. Like, we moved up in the world. Okay, we had a balcony. We had hardwood floors. Like, we was balling. Like, don't get me wrong, my mom owns a home in New York, and the house is a very nice, decent home to live in. I'm not knocking her house, but it just was not what I wanted. Like, you know, like, I'm bougie. I wanted little like hardwood floors. I wanted the vibe. I was living in the basement. Like, it was mad dark. There was no sun. I have seasonal depression, so I needed something else, right? Anyway, got there 2020, started getting settled in. I don't know what was up with me. I was just like really excited. I started like doing what's it called, speed dating. I was like, where is the niggas? I'm trying to get to know people. I'm outside. Like, what's up? Right? Started the new job, started getting cool with people. And then, like, kind of was like transitioning from going from a house with like two other women and like family and living with family to being by myself. So I was like, okay, let me find like different projects and hobbies to get into. So I started like, I bought a plant. Like, I was trying to like find things to do to occupy my time and not feel so like alone, you know. And that's one thing I would say to you: if you're looking to move out by yourself, even if it's not out of state, if it's like right down the street, that feeling of knowing that like your house is vacant until you step in is a very different vibe. That's why a lot of people get like a dog or a pet or something, or they want to live with a roommate or a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever significant other, because it feels cold and dark when you don't have nobody to come home to. And it's, if you get lonely, like, you're not alone because you still have your family and your friends that love you, but it's lonely. Like, no matter what it is, it's lonely if it's only just you and nobody else to come home to. So I started feeling like that, and then literally like every time we had an appointment, we started hearing more about COVID. And COVID was like coming around in December 2019, but it wasn't like hyped like that. And then like I think like the first week of March, like all my patients was canceling. Like every 2 days, like a patient was just like, I got COVID, I got COVID. Or they was just like, I'm scared, I'm not coming. Let me make sure my mic is on. Yeah, they just was like stressed out. They like, I'm not coming to the appointment. Like, everybody was getting scared. So literally the company I was working for, because I ended up working for a corporate office, because I was like, I'm going to just start there and I'll work my way into Florida and work for a private office if I need to. Literally, like, that same week, March 22nd, I'll never forget it, they furloughed us. And furloughed basically means that you still have a job, but they're not paying you. And you still have your position, but they're not paying you. And it was like indefinite. Like, we didn't know if COVID was going to like be a year, 2 years, 3 years. Like, we didn't know what was happening. Nobody knew what was happening. The government, everybody was crazy. So that meant I wasn't getting paid. And I don't know if you know, but it was a federal order that all dental professionals, unless it was an emergency and hygiene is not an emergency, have to be seized. So I literally could not work anywhere in the country. So that was a very scary moment for me. 2 months into moving to a new state, 2 months into just being like starting, not that I didn't start my life, but like really starting my life on my own. And it was just such a scary time to be alone in that time. And thankfully, like, I moved to Florida and I still have my cousins that live in Tampa. I had cousins that live not too far away from me, like maybe 45 to an hour, 2 hours away from me if anything was to happen. But I was so depressed, and I know none of it I had no control over any of it. And I was afraid of getting evicted because I would just have moved there. I didn't have no backup plan, nothing. I had some savings, but my savings wasn't no like 6-7 years worth of savings. You know, like, how long, I didn't know how long it was gonna take. It was a very scary time. So I spent that time in COVID like really trying to reflect and really find myself. And at that time I got really so much closer to God, getting more grounded and like understanding myself more, maturing. And like, girl, that was I swear on everything besides hygiene school and like maybe my first breakup, that was the hardest thing I ever been through. I swear to God, that was the hardest thing I ever been through. And I feel like God put you through things so he could show you how much better you have to live your life, and how much like put you through tests, you know. And I feel like my focus was not on like understanding what I was. Like, I felt like I was just like a human being, and I was just walking around, and everything that I wanted to do with my life and what I said and what I do and the dreams I had, like, I thought that I had control over that. Little do I know that my ancestors, God, you know, all the people and things that God is and all that I pray to and the universe have control over my life, you know. And I really needed to go through that spiritual awakening in order to become a better person, in order to be a better me, in order to mature, in order to relax my anxiety, in order to not be depressed and be grateful. You know, I feel like that's one thing I wasn't good for. I wasn't grateful. I know that I could go back home at any time, but I didn't want to go back. Like, I felt like a failure, you know? So anyway, COVID stopped, and well, COVID did not stop. It's still not stopped. COVID restrictions kind of lightened up in Florida, and we were able to go back to work around like July. So I was out of work for probably like 2.5 months. And then I needed to catch up on bills, like other things that I had put on pause at that time, was starting to catch up, and it was just like really stressful and like overwhelming. But I got through it. I got a new job, and I really started focusing on becoming an entrepreneur again, because I had started a bartending business when I was in New York. Girl, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother video. But yeah, I had started that because I was a bartender when I was in New York. Like I told you, I was a bottle girl, I was a bartender, I was a hookah girl, I was whatever you needed me to be in the club, in the bar, because I was trying to make extra money. And that went well and didn't go well. I started doing, like, remember I was going heavy on the pop-up shops? I was doing that. And I just got to a point where I was like, oh, I want to be an esthetician. I want to go back to esthetician school. I want to get serious on my YouTube channel. Like, I just started seeing all these multiple streams of income that the girlies was making. And also, like, when I had that time in COVID lockdown, I was just like, I actually do have other passions other than hygiene. Like, if something was to go down, I could do this, I could do that. Or even if it's not just about money, like, there's other things that I like to do. Like, who are you? Like, you know, like, it was like deep spiritual thinking. Like, who are you? What are you doing? What are you here for? What is your purpose? What do you like? What kind of people do you even like? Why did you move here? Like, on some real deep shit. Like, I'm like, what is this? What is this world shit? Like, what is this? You know? It was deep. But now, if I left anything out, I'll add in another video. But now, fast forward to 2023. We're in March 2023 now. I am so excited to really, like, get serious about this journey as a esthetician and as a bartender, as a model, as a full-time entrepreneur, doing all the stuff that I like to do. And also, just, like, living my life. And it's not just about money. It's about, like, just enjoying life, you know, and just being grateful for my life every day. And I'm just so blessed. I'm so grateful. And I think everyone who watches my videos, who messages me and says that they're inspired by me and things that I've done, or, you know, just show me love in any kind of way, because life is not easy. Anything that you want to put yourself out there doing is not easy. Practicing how to do it, making time for it is not easy. So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart who have subscribed, who have liked, who have commented, who have shared, who have found any type of information helpful from my videos. And I want to continue to show you guys who I am, and, you know, just show you guys my journey. And I'm, like, so excited to continue this. And I thank you so much for watching. I plan on posting, like, more vlogging videos of me, like, doing whatever I do every day. I plan on showing you guys more of, like hair videos. I love doing, like, hair and wigs and stuff like that. I'm not the best at it. I'm practicing. I love doing makeup. I love beauty. I love just, like, being a girl. I love being a woman. I love being sexy. I love being confident. I love, you know, not just in a physical sense of confidence and beauty, but, like, I actually love just being a woman in every sense of it. Being grounded, being sensible, being smart, being intelligent, you know. Just, like, everything about a woman. Like, I love being a woman. So I just want to just share that with you guys. And then just, like, having fun. Me traveling. Me going on vacation. Like, me buying whatever things I like buying. Makeup, hair, clothes. Like, you know, like, showing you guys my perfumes that I like buying. Art that I like to buy, like, whatever, like, and just, you know, creating a community where we all feel like friends on the internet, you know. So I hope this video helped. I am now 20 minutes into talking, so if you are still here, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.